Hey, folks. Welcome to another Spooky Appalachia. Today, we've got a special story, and the person who has the story is coming on to tell it to us. We've got Lora from Queen Lora TV over on YouTube. Hey, Lora.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's it going?
How are you doing today? Good, you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Well, you've got from what I hear, a pretty incredible story to share with us today.
I feel like it's pretty awesome. It happened when I was about 5 because I was in kindergarten, and
Oh, okay.
yeah.
What
But I
year
remember
was it?
this. God, I was born in '83, so this would have been what, '88,
That
1988.
that sounds right.
88, 89, somewhere around in there. But this has been a long time ago, folks. Telling my age now.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. But where we lived at in just out in between Dole and Sparta at this time, my dad worked at a sawmill,
North Carolina.
Sparta, Tennessee.
Oh, there's a Sparta, Tennessee. I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm from at.
Okay.
And my dad worked at a sawmill, and
Mm-hmm.
the sawmill owned the house that we lived in. So it was just like a little clapboard house,
Mm-hmm.
lumber with the little slats on it and whatnot. And it was on the corner of a T-cross. There was a road on the left side, there was a road in the front, and then the right-hand side was the yard. And then behind it, I'd say probably 25, 30 feet from the back of the house was the tree line of the woods. And you go through the woods over to the sawmill. Now,
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you what time of night it was. I don't know, but it was nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
And my room I shared with my mom and dad because the room that I had there, the electricity was messed up. So I had to share. And it was at the front of the
Okay.
house. So middle of the night, pitch black dark. I got up, needed to use the restroom. So, I went through the house. I was never afraid of the dark. Never have been. So I walked through this entire house going to the bathroom, which is all the way in the back. And I went in. And as soon as you walk in, on the left here is the toilet. And on the other side of the toilet is the bathtub. And inside the bathtub area, there was one of those rectangular shaped windows, like a vent window. And so while I'm taking care of business, I'm sitting there and I start hearing something outside of that window. And curious little 5-year-old that I am, no fear of anything, I stand up on the side of the bathtub and lean up and look outside of the window. And in that tree line, just right on the line between the grass and the trees, this tall, black thing is standing there. And he's not looking at the house. He's looking off over towards the road. And so I'm just standing there looking at him. He's got full body hair, jet black, like I said, tall
Mm-hmm.
ears, an elongated snout, regular hands, but his legs were like, dog legs, like the hind legs of a dog. And he just was just there, just existing. And, I kind of went, oh. And he turned and looked exactly where I was at in the window, just looked at me, kind of tilted his head, and then stepped back into the trees and disappeared.
Whoa.
And now I know a lot of people are like, oh, you probably saw a movie. We didn't have TV. I didn't watch movies like that even when I went somewhere that had a TV because I was not allowed. The only thing that ever got watched in the house, even after we did get TV, was Westerns. And I don't think there were werewolves on Westerns. And like I said, I saw him. He stepped back. I just, oddly enough, stepped down and walked back through the house, walked back into the bedroom, lay down and went back to sleep. That has
Wow.
stuck with me my entire life.
I bet it would have. Did you ever see it again?
I I want to say that I have because I've seen stuff in the woods, because we lived way out in the middle of nowhere, and like, but it was only glimpses of things in the woods, so I can't be for
Mhm.
sure that I did see him again. But I want to feel like I did. I kind of want to feel like he's kind of just always there because that would just be neat.
What do you think it was doing?
Well, the direction that he was looking was towards the road, and across that road, behind the houses that were over there, was a whole lot more denser set of woods. So I kind of think he was just kind of maybe checking things out, seeing if maybe there was more of his pack maybe over there. I don't know.
Maybe it just
Um,
lived nearby.
yeah, he was just maybe he worked at the sawmill. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it could have. Yeah. Oh, I guess we didn't say it on here yet, but you believe it was a werewolf.
I do believe it was a werewolf. I do not believe it was a dog man because I've heard a lot of people explain when their sightings of dog man, and
Hmm.
he doesn't match the description. It's
Oh,
totally different.
I can show everyone the drawing you made of
Yes.
it. Here it
Yes.
is.
See the much longer elongated snout, the longer,
Hmm.
taller ears, the more defined uh what I guess what body hair, more defined body hair he had.
Hmm. Or
It was
fur. What?
yeah, it's a lot different in my mind. I feel it's a lot different from Dogman. That's just my personal opinion. So,
Yeah, I don't really know a lot about Dog Man. I
well,
just know it gets talked about a lot around here, and
uh, a lot of
I've just
Dogman
always been
sightings.
told to. Yeah, I've just always been told to not talk about it, not don't think about it. So I'm not saying very much about Dog
Well,
Man.
I understand. There's a lot of people
Yeah,
that says that if you talk about him, he'll show up, and I'm like, well,
exactly. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like that's kind of like with anything, though. If you talk about it enough, it'll show up.
true. So you think
But
it could have been possibly a werewolf of one of the sawmill mill workers you were saying?
well, I mean, I don't really know. I just it
Oh,
kind
okay.
of
Just a guess.
yeah. I mean, I was like I said, at the time I didn't really know what he was, and then when I started getting older and started, delving into the world of the supernatural and cryptids, I was like, hey, so that's what I saw. And then so, I tried to best replicate on paper what I saw that night. But
That's a really good drawing.
thank you very much.
And I have heard of werewolf sightings in Appalachia before. I don't
Mhm.
recall. I don't recall them exactly, but I've definitely heard of them for sure.
I've heard of several, but there's always that, it's Dogman, it's a werewolf.
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah.
with the Dogman, they have a more blunt snout, it's more short,
Mhm.
and he's got more of a rounded head, whereas werewolf have a longer head. And the one I saw, he was had a real the best way I could describe it is he would be a German shepherd if he was a dog.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, that this sounds real creepy.
But I didn't that the thing of it is, I never felt like he was gonna harm me. Like I never felt like he was there to burst through my window and rip my face off. He was just chilling in the woods and I spotted
Okay.
him. So,
So it didn't feel threatening or anything like that.
no,
Hmm.
no, not at all. And that's another difference, I feel maybe it was just because I startled him and maybe he saw I was a little kid. I don't know.
Mhm.
But I still think it's a very awesome thing to have gotten to see.
Yeah, definitely.
N-
Definitely.
Now I just need to see Mothman. I got some, I got
Yeah,
some words I need to have with him.
yeah, you get you a Mothman sighting and you let me know, okay?
I will direct him to you.
I want your story. Yeah, he can stay where he's at. I'm
I'll be
good.
like, we got a friend to go visit. Come pick me up. We'll go.
Well, thank you for sharing your story with me. That was definitely interesting. This drawing's incredible of it. Um, so definitely check out Queen Laura on her YouTube channel, Queen Laura TV. Do you wanna tell everybody listening what your channel's about real quick?
Mostly, I do photography of the Appalachian surroundings that I'm in.
Hmm.
And now I've started in telling my own personal Appalachian ghost stories.
And one of ours is going to be, well, mine is going to be featured on there real soon. So
Yes,
be on the lookout for that, and I'll try and send some more your way.
that would be awesome because I'm very interested in having people's own personal ghost stories. Things that they have lived through and survived because I find that very interesting.
I do too. That's a big part of what this channel is about, I guess.
Well,
All
you do an
right. Well,
awesome job.
oh, thank you. I don't.
Oh, you're
It's.
welcome. So
Well,
humble.
I'd like to take a moment to thank all you Patreons who keep this channel running. Adam, Alvin, Brandon, Charles, Chris, Danielle, Donald, Jeff, Johnny, Jordan, Julia, Linda, Misty, Cheryl, Taylor, and our content creator Patreon, Scott, who's an author. His link's in the description. Werewolf Radar, kind of funny they're on here with the werewolf story today. They're a podcast. It's a paranormal comedy podcast. It's pretty good, pretty hilarious. And then
Check that out.
yeah, you'd like it. They're hilarious. And then Jared King TV.
Jerry King TV. Who's
Yeah,
that
does
guy?
that ring any bells to you?
Huh.
Laura is Jared's wife. Jared's on here all the time, as you guys know, but Laura is his wife, and
I sure
she's
am.
been wanting to share this story with us today, and we're glad to have it.
I appreciate you having me up.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to share your story with me,
Always.
and thank you all for tuning in. We'll catch you in the next one.
See you guys later.